Hello everyone, it's Belladonna and Madam Weepsy again, bringing to you 5 things I like about the film Raising Cain. One, Lolita Davidovich. Now, it's not to say that I am a huge Lolita Davidovich fan. I like her, she's fine. In this film, I absolutely hated her guts. And I wanted her to get what she deserved. Now, that's not saying anything bad specifically about her. As an actress, I think that's a big compliment. You know, it's a complicated story. And to have an actress who's a very likable woman like Lolita Davidovich, to just have you sitting there going, oh, I hope you get it. That's pretty awesome. So I think she really made her part stand out importantly. It could have easily blended in. She could have easily been another scream queen. Oh no, I'm being chased or whatever. She really nailed that. Ooh, you know, this is a bad thing, but you deserve it. 2. Frances Sternhagen. Now, Frances Sternhagen is a very well-known character actress who's been around for many, 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 many years and has appeared in many, many films and shows. She is instantly recognizable. You'll see her and you'll know who she is. She plays a supporting character of a Dr. Waldheim. Now, Dr. Waldheim has a wonderful accent. I believe she is it Swedish, something along those lines, Waldheim. And she she has a wonderful line where she's been receiving chemotherapy and she's wearing a brown wig and she's saying that her wig is the wrong color. She looks like a transvestite, things like that. She's very funny, but she also really gets into the moment of being the psychiatrist who is trying to figure out what's going on, who is more involved in the case than she actually seems to be. I recall seeing her in things like Stephen King's The Mist, and she's very, very elderly at that time. But she has a legacy, and she was such a natural and amazing actress at any age and any time. So just having her as this sort of bizarre character popping up in here really made it another enjoyable thing, because it brought in comedy as well as a very strong, serious, dramatic vibe. That's not an easy thing to do, and I appreciate her so very much. 3. Brian DePalma. Now, the films of Mr. DePalma pretty much are always awesome, whether you're talking Carrie, Raising Cain, The Untouchables. Brian De Palma has an amazing style and an ability to tell stories. He, I think, knows how to select his actors. He knows how to get his shots. He knows what he wants. He knows how to make it into what he actually sees on the screen. I think Mr. De Palma, well, I know that he was doing this as something of a tribute to another director, and I think he nailed it 120%. Mr. De Palma is a fine filmmaker and storyteller. I don't think you see enough directors like him in this day and age, and I think often his style of filmmaking is not really looked at anymore. Things have moved on, I suppose. He is one of those who started nailing things in the 70s with Carrie and just kept going and getting better and better. Raising Cain may not be one of his more popular films, but it really is beautifully shot and is put together at an amazing and weird pace, and as a kind of tribute picture, we'll get to that, Mr. De Palma did a phenomenal job. I don't think anybody else could have done it. Number 4. Alfred frickin' Hitchcock. Yes, as we mentioned, Brian De Palma directed this film, of course, but Alfred Hitchcock, and specifically Psycho, is a very big inspiration on this particular film. Now, if you've seen it, you know exactly what I mean, and if you haven't, you will find out exactly what I mean. The actual elements of Psycho into this particular film and the film stylings of Alfred Hitchcock are so beautifully done, and I think that the Alfred Hitchcock influence that influenced Mr. De Palma to even really be a director, I think, really shows through here. So in a way, you're getting 2 for the price of 1. Brian De Palma and Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Psycho, of course, is a wonderful, wonderful movie, and I can tell you I feel a very strong affinity for both Psycho and this film. So, Alfred Hitchcock's presence, channeling through Mr. DePalma, really, really made this movie more than I think just, another kind of slasher, drama, whatever. It actually made it into something very cool and artistic while still being a lot of fun. So, thank you both to DePalma and Hitchcock. And number 5, John frickin' Lithgow. Now, I don't think anyone could argue the greatness of John frickin' Lithgow. Whether you're talking The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, The World According to Garp, Raising Cain, his stint as Winston Churchill, or Dexter, John Lithgow is probably one of the most amazing actors to ever really walk the stage and be on the screen, especially in the modern era. And though he started as a younger man, of course, he's still going strong now. And now he played in Raising Cain multiple roles. Not an easy thing to do, and not to do it in a way that is not campy or silly. I don't think anybody but Mr. Lithgow, and I think Mr. DePalma knew this, could have pulled this off and done it so freaking well. Now, understand, this is not meant to be a film that is a great horror movie. This is meant to be something about the mind, the psychological, the disturbances of the mind, how they affect a person, and how they react. They don't react like comic book characters. They react like real people. And I think, even though it can be a bit over the top at times, Mr. Lithgow plays these characters so very well that you're looking at, perhaps a very extreme, but a trip into the psyche of a mind that is shattered. I don't really think anyone else could have done it better. Everything John Lithgow does is awesome. Harry and the Hendersons, awesome. Any of that stuff. Everything he does. Third Rock from the Sun, awesome. He's John Lithgow, and he makes everything. So, even if you're not sure about this film, if you haven't seen it, but you know who John Lithgow is, it's worth a look. John Lithgow, everybody, my goodness. And that is our look at 5 things regarding Raising Cain, another one of our favorites. Madam Weeps, what do you say about Raising Cain? Do you say 2 paws up? 2 paws. 2 paws up for Raising Cain, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time.